1, 2, 3, 4. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on.
It's on.
Oh, I forgot you were in charge.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
No, it's not.
Is it?
Not like Donkey Kong.
Is this crooked? Oh, does this look straight? I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like it's tilted.
It's,
not crooked.
yeah,
So you got a little tilt there.
I think like that maybe. Yeah.
We'll go with that angle for this Friday.
What do you think? That looks good.
I don't think that color looks that great on you. Oh, you mean this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was doing a podcast with my wife. Okay.
Well, it's Friday, and we've got a lot coming up for you regarding last night's Thursday night TNT trivia.
Yes.
We'll see who the winner is when
Yes.
it comes to duct tape.
Yes. Some interesting answers
There
that I
really
feel
are.
like we need to contact the FBI about.
We might have to, some authorities may get involved.
I don't know what to
you
say.
have to be
about it.
careful on the answers that you
People
give.
are very scary.
But some were pretty funny. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Also, don't forget, big event coming up tomorrow.
That's right. The Walk to
Downtown
End
Point.
Alzheimer's.
Yes.
And we are going to be down there. We hope to see you there as well. And you can do day of registration, so no reason to think that you
out
wouldn't
of
be welcome there. It's
here.
right there. Thank you.
Right there in the Walk to End Alzheimer's file.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They
Right
can't see
near
the
the
file.
tissue box.
Right. It's very, very organized here. That you can't see. You could just imagine
organized.
the organization that's
You'd
going
think
on
our
here.
wives did it.
You know, it's
but
not like
they
it's a
didn't.
pile of wires here and
paper.
stuff that's just kind of all. It's not that at all. It's
No.
very organized.
No.
It's like the Starship Enterprise here.
We're at Command Central.
Absolutely.
Right now, with a tilt.
For sure.
Coming up tomorrow, 9 a.m. registration. Ceremony starts around 10:30, and the walk begins at 10:45.
Right. And we want to see you down there. We will have our own Mike and John Got It Going On tent set up.
We're pitching a tent.
Stop it. And folks will be we'll be talking with folks pre-event, and then as they finish out the walk, we'll be there and talking to folks, and all to help raise funds for the Walk to End, I should say, for the Alzheimer's Association.
Right.
Of course, a nonprofit that's furthering the care, support, and research efforts. And we want to be a part of that. And, of course, we're part of the Bling team.
Yes, we are. And I believe the goal is like 250,000.
Right.
And they're around 202,000.
We're gonna break. We're gonna hit those numbers.
Let's hit it tomorrow.
And you know the thing about the Walk to End Alzheimer's, it was the Brighton Walk to End Alzheimer's, is specific to Brighton, and there were some other local walks, but the Brighton Walk got so big they just said, you know what, wait a minute, and it got to be one of the biggest fundraisers in the state for the Alzheimer's Association. So they just said, you know what, let's just make this the Livingston County Walk to End Alzheimer's, and that's what it's become this year. So,
And when you see Chuck Gatica when you're there, just ask him about us. He knows
oh
us.
God, are you
Chuck
kidding me?
knows
I
us.
mean, he's been bugging us and bugging us to be
Can
on
I
the
be on
podcast.
the podcast?
We're
I
like,
say, Chuck,
you know,
wait
Chuck,
your
come
turn.
on now.
Chucky, baby.
Come on.
We
Chucky.
don't call him
Chucky, baby. Get up like a big cigar and he say, hey, look at Chucky, baby. Yeah.
The
See?
Chuckster. He may be giving you a cuddle alert.
Right.
Because it's cooled down. Don't cuddle and walk at the same time. It's
He doesn't
dangerous.
do the weather anymore.
I know he
Oh,
doesn't.
okay.
You know what? Weather people always do the weather anyway.
You know, the thing about Chuck Gatica is we've known him for years, obviously, on TV as the very amiable weather guy. In person, amiable.
I thought it was amiable.
Amiable.
Okay.
In person, he's a very authentic guy. What you see is what you get with that guy. A very nice, pleasant, informed, and committed gentleman. He's got his own story connecting him to the Alzheimer's Association, and we're just proud to be a part of the event. And so he will be the MC of the kickoff ceremony and everything for tomorrow. Again, downtown Brighton, the 2022 Walk to End Alzheimer's.
All right, that's coming up tomorrow. We've got a drawing to do today for the Lunch for Two at Torch 180. We also have our 2-cent history lesson coming up, and we'll find out who our big winner is in last night's TNT trivia. But prior to that, we'll start things off with a look at local news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
All right, here's what's going on. A pair of election bills sponsored by a local legislator have been advanced to a vote by the Michigan Senate. The bills, sponsored by Republican State Representative Ann Bolin of Brighton, seek to expand polling places and enhance training requirements for poll challengers. They were approved by the Senate Elections Committee after previously passing in the House. Similar legislation was vetoed last year by Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer, but changes in these latest bills are expected to overcome those objections. House Bill 6124 would establish a consistent training program for people throughout the state to become credentialed poll challengers. State law does not currently have any requirements for challengers to receive training. Whitmer vetoed last year's bill because it lacked a funding mechanism. The current legislation is tied to funding already approved by the legislature. Also approved was House Bill 6071, which would expand the options available for suitable locations to conduct elections, to include a privately owned building, such as a banquet center or recreation clubhouse, as long as the building is not owned by a candidate for office or someone who runs a political action committee. Bolin said that reform has been a priority for Michigan's municipal clerks. While the Michigan Department of State has taken a neutral stance on the bills, the legislation does have the support of municipal clerks, the ACLU, and the Michigan League of Conservation Voters. 2 area residents have been appointed to a state board focusing on the mental health of students. Appointed to the School Safety and Mental Health Commission was Dr. Jennifer Tayrol of South Lyon, the school psychologist and director of student services for Livonia Public Schools. Also appointed, Rosa Thomas of Milford, chief operations officer for Honor Community Health, a nonprofit community health care center including school-based health centers. A new creation of the 2022-23 school aid budget, the School Safety and Mental Health Commission will collaborate to provide recommendations to reduce youth suicides and strengthen the mental health of school-aged children, adolescents, and their families. The commission will seek input from educational professionals, mental health professionals, and organizations from across the state to suggest approaches to identify and support students at risk of behavioral health issues. And Livingston County is being invited to shine a light on domestic violence in October by displaying purple lights and awareness signs at workplaces and residences. La Casa Center's countywide October Glow campaign is designed to show support for local abuse victims and send a message to abusers that the community won't tolerate domestic violence. On Thursday, September 29th, La Casa Center is inviting the public to join them for their Glow gathering at the Brighton Mill Pond and Amphitheater as they launch their month-long domestic violence awareness campaign in Livingston County. Residents and businesses can purchase purple light bundles with posters or lawn signs at the La Casa Collection resale store at the Kroger Plaza in Howell. You'll find details on our website, mikeandjohnpodcast.com. And that's what's going on.
And that's our website. Cooper and Binkley.
This one here?
That one right there.
Right there, mikeandjohnpodcast.com.
That's,
I think I kind of tracked it pretty good.
You did for doing
mikeandjohnpodcast.com. I was a little slow there. mikeandjohnpodcast.com.
Move the finger a little faster.
Okay, mikeandjohnpodcast.com.
There you go.
There,
it was
Someone get Chuck Gadick on the line. He knows how to do this stuff really good.
We don't have a green screen like that.
Right.
And of course, news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton. Brighton's preeminent jewelry store with a commitment to customer service, community involvement, honesty, professionalism, and of course, awesome merchandise. Mark and Barb Binkley pride themselves on offering something special for everyone and recognize that customer satisfaction is the sole purpose of their business. They offer a unique mix of exceptional quality jewelry. They can custom design a piece just for you. And a great way to do that is to call them up and say, hey, I hear you're going to Antwerp, Belgium, diamond capital of the world.
They're flying to Antwerp.
Shop for me.
I mean,
Well, they're not
on a
walking.
plane. I mean, they're not, they don't have the superpowers. I mean, they do have super savings, but
Yes,
they don't
they
have
do.
superpowers. They'll be getting on a plane to fly to Antwerp.
And then
You know.
they have their experts in-house design for you using CAD, that's CAD, computer automated design, to make a piece just for you.
I think it's computer assisted.
Is
it computer automated?
It's
I don't
just,
know.
we call it CAD.
It's CAD.
CAD
You're a
was
CAD.
a guy that I used to go to
You're a
school.
CAD.
That's short for caddy. So they'll design the piece just for you. If you want something that's already done and completely designed, Simon G, Zagani, and other
Right.
designers at Cooper and Binkley Jewelers. See them online at cooperandbinkleyjewelers.com in downtown Brighton on Main Street where they've been for years. Remember, for the Walk for Alzheimer's, they'll be closed in the morning, but opening at noon tomorrow.
So hope to see you in downtown Brighton tomorrow for the Walk to Alzheimer's, and then when it all wraps up, you can just stroll on over to Cooper and Binkley Jewelers.
Buy a diamond or two.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, yeah. Yeah, and ask if they have superpowers.
You can hear
Maybe
all
they
about it.
do. I mean, what do we know?
That's true.
I think that'd be kind of a cool cartoon.
You'll work on that.
Think about it. No, I think it's like the Justice League.
Sure.
You've got-
Meanwhile, in the Diamond Hall of
Right.
Justice.
But they've got the cohorts. They've got Simon G.
Right.
And Zagani. They're like the
Good, yeah.
Aquaman.
They're like the Wonder Twins.
They're like the okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Form
So,
of a necklace.
yeah.
Shape
You know,
of an earring.
Barb is kind of like Wonder Woman. So she's going to have like the invisible plane. That's what they're going to fly to Antwerp on.
And Mark
Yeah.
is like Superman.
Yeah, of course.
He's got fabulous ties to help him fly.
That's true. So I'm just saying,
Boy, you've
you know,
really...
if somebody wants to create a cartoon,
Did you already hit that fireball or what? It's not even officially the weekend yet.
sometimes you just go off on a little tangent. It's like,
You know, one of the things, along with Cooper and Binkley Jewelers, who have been a sponsor of the show for a while, we also want to thank our other sponsors, especially Firehouse Doors. Firehouse Doors has been with us from just about day one, and they've been serving Livingston County residents for the past 24 years. Family-owned and operated business, striving to treat each customer like family. Firehouse Doors, a veteran-owned business. Mike Witt, a proud U.S. Air Force veteran. We salute Mike. Thank you, and Kim. Firehouse Doors, your one-stop shop for residential, commercial, and rolling steel overhead door needs.
you know, what if they were superheroes too? Then they could join up with Mark and Barb Binkley. All right, you've got the superhero couple that runs the garage door company. Then you got the superhero couple that runs the jewelry store, and together they're actually fighting crime behind the scenes.
Okay.
You know, it's just something to think about. Yeah, just, you know.
Call Firehouse Doors today. 810-599-7480.
Okay, sorry.
Are you like Alfred the Butler in this?
I'm just-
All right, and last night, since we're talking about Firehouse Doors and we're here in the LiftMaster 8365 studios.
Don't forget that, which is like the Batcave.
It sure is.
Well, it's a cave. There might be bats, but I don't know.
It's a spider cave, but I don't want to tell you because the last time there was a spider in here, you flipped out. All right, last night's question. This was great. According to a survey done by the makers of duct tape,
Yes.
the folks who make that great duct tape, not to be confused with Gorilla Tape, the most common uses for duct tape, coming in at number one,
Plumbing.
was plumbing.
Yeah, makes sense.
Number two, a hose, like your yard hose.
I've seen many a yard
Garden
hose
hose.
with some duct tape on it, right?
Number three, somewhere on your vehicle.
What?
And we have seen that. Matter of fact, I got some
Give you ever
colored
duct tape?
duct tape for my son's, back before we sold it, his little Mazda, the front bumper. I made it look almost new with duct tape.
Did you try and hide something with
No,
duct tape?
no, it's
Oh.
just you can't hide it.
Okay.
Here it is. Whoops.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
just holding it together so it
got it.
stays on
Okay,
the
I didn't know if
vehicle.
it was a-
That kind of thing. No.
All right. What was number 4?
That was the question.
yeah.
What came in fourth?
Right.
Some surprising answers. For example, Stacy said covering people's mouths.
Right.
Now,
Right.
when you read that or you hear it now, do you think, I've either thought that or I've done that before?
Well, there's a lot of people where you're like, you'd look better with some duct tape over your mouth.
My older son's teacher, I once said, if he gets out of line, feel free. I'll bring the tape in.
Okay. Now, our good buddy Charlie, he said sarcastically, I think somewhat, ducts? It's duct tape.
Sure.
Ducks?
Sorry, Charlie.
But then he followed up and said, probably going to be this, right? And it shows a kid all duct taped up, which I think might be your son at school.
No, that's just his arms. I was talking mouth.
Right.
Pamela said clothes.
Yeah.
Renee said shoes. Now, I have maybe used it on shoes that's, your lawn cutting shoes or something.
Right,
When
that's
the
not.
toe
it's
opens up
it's
and
very
you're like, okay.
functional,
Yeah.
not fashionable.
Sure.
Wendy said wart removal.
Wow.
The homemade remedy?
Well, there was wart removal. There was something else, like
Hair removal.
splinter. Now, hair removal.
Our good buddy
that
Glenn
could be.
said hair removal, and I'm like, it will remove hair.
I'm
I
sure it
don't
will.
know that it's.
Well, even a Band-Aid will remove hair. So if you're thinking,
But if you really want,
to get like your arms are really hairy. Your arms are really hairy.
yeah.
Legs. Let's just say you're waxing for an important date.
Right.
Let's see.
Jeff said along the line of hair removal, said like a lint brush, use it as like a
I have used it as lint removal.
Like if you don't have a lint brush around, you got like dog hair.
Yeah, you make a circle and you put it around your hand and
Right.
getting it off your clothes. So that's real great guess. Labels, wrapping presents, let's see, fixing carpet.
Right.
That always says classy.
Liz said crafts. I'm sure all kinds of crafts you can do with duct tape.
Seal leak says
If your
Greg,
craft is kidnapping.
which would be plumbing, so that's already been there.
Right. Wrapping presents.
Catching flies.
Yeah. Catching flies.
I've never tried that,
I've
Brett,
not,
but if you want to send us a video, we'll be happy to look at that.
Okay.
Wart removal, I think you said that one.
Yeah.
A couple people apparently have used it for wart removal.
Yeah.
I didn't know where he had so many warties.
Grace said duct work. You know, again, just the obvious answer. Oh, when you use it for duct work.
Signage, said Cassandra.
Right.
Signage.
Clothing and wallets. It's two answers.
Well, using
number
it
one.
for clothing. Let's just say you have a seam that came undone. You just take a little piece of duct tape, you roll it up and two-sided. So
Right.
Nobody will see it if you hide it right. We've used it for signage, as a matter of fact, to hold the sign on a table. So it had.
Well, we have Gorilla Tape.
Kathy's. Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
use the Gorilla
We use
Tape.
that's better.
Sorry.
Sorry, duct tape people. Kelly said for kidnappings.
Right.
We might have to.
We have a lot of answers
we're
that
gonna
seem
have
to
to do a little
revolve
recon.
around forcibly restraining people. That is very worrisome.
Nobody said kinky sex night, so I guess that's okay.
Okay.
But congratulations to Suzanne.
Yes.
Suzanne got it. It was toilet.
Yes.
see
Suzanne,
it.
our
You'd
school
really
our school bus driver.
Yeah, she's a
friend.
school bus
Yeah.
driver.
Using it on the toilet. And I'm assuming it's to
Let's just assume, and we'll put it in good terms. It's the top cover thing that maybe had a crack on it.
Right.
And you just put duct tape on it and you cover it with something else.
You could
Instead
do
of she blew up.
I don't think you have to sign a very specific action like that.
I know if it's the bowl.
Yeah.
It could be,
you
wow.
If the bowl breaks, just go get a new one.
First you do it, then you say it.
Then you go, what's in the bowl? Now I don't want to know.
I think we know what's in the bowl.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Suzanne. All right. So Suzanne,
We're putting your name in.
And
the Lift Master.
you are in.
8365 drawing,
That's
courtesy
right.
of Firehouse Doors. All right, so Suzanne is in. We'll have another question on Sunday night for Sunday night trivia. There's some high school football going on tonight.
I hear that.
Did you hear that?
I did.
Where did you hear that?
You just said it.
Okay, just check.
And of course, we're going to give a check-in here to our good buddy Tim Robinson.
We are checking in with old Tim Robinson.
We'll see if he's awake.
I think
or if
so.
he's gone to bed yet. I don't know. He's got a kind of an odd
He may be watching
schedule.
late night reruns on
Right.
MeTV.
I think he does, but he does.
Good morning, Mike and John.
How's it going, Tim?
Not too bad. How are you?
Good. It's a big game tonight.
They're all big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Of course
Depending
they
on
are.
who you are and
If
where
you-
you're
hey,
at.
if you're there, fella, it's a big game.
Yeah, the big game that you're going to be at.
Gosh, you guys are way too kind.
Well, yeah.
Just today.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Big game tonight in the KLA West. It's Brighton travels to Northville. Both teams are unbeaten this season, and it's safe to assume, I guess, that the winner of tonight's game will probably win the division.
All right. Well, there you go.
All right, now wait a minute. I'm hearing voices in the background. Are you watching some famous rerun from days gone by?
Yeah, they keep running. I'm watching the news. And they keep having trying Trump about talking Hannity about whatever it is he talks about.
Right.
Okay.
So
I thought he just talked about what he was thinking.
they just have that on loop. Yes.
Yeah.
I think it, and therefore it is.
It is,
He's
yes.
like a magician.
Yeah. I think I'm Robert Redford. Therefore,
Have you tried that on a date? I think I'm Robert Redford. Therefore,
I might not look exactly
look
like
how lucky you are, young lady.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've tried it. It was not successful.
It didn't work. Well,
All right, so
you got to have the touch.
declassify what's coming up tonight, what time things get underway.
Well, we'll be. We're going to be at Hartland as the Eagles take on Plymouth High. all the games start at 7 o'clock. Our broadcast starts at 6:50 on the LivingstonPost.com. So
now in Hartland, if I remember correctly, this is where the good food is.
You would not be wrong.
Okay.
No.
Good. just wondered why.
Do you get a preview of the menu before you decide to head out to the games?
No, well, yeah, they say Black Rock. We say when.
It's quite a chant you hear in the huddle.
Black Rock.
You say Black Rock. When? No.
Cheer team.
Yeah, that and last time we were in Northville, we sat outside, and tonight is going to be,
It's going to be a little chilly.
A little nippy,
Yeah.
as they say.
I recommend a Gigo Mike and John hoodie, where you can purchase those on the mikeandjohnpodcast.com website.
That's right.
Are they flammable? Because we would need probably a roaring fire to stay warm.
No, they're not flammable.
No, of course not. They're
just don't go near the fire.
They're made of asbestos. Oh wait, no, that's not right.
Yeah. Other games tonight. Fowlerville is home against Williamston, and oh gosh, I had it on my screen here, and now it's gone to. Hold on.
Holding.
Screen failure.
You got to take off the screensaver.
Hull is at Salem tonight,
Right.
and Pinckney is home against Jackson.
Now Salem, if I recall, sucks.
They're not very good.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't very.
That
nice.
was that's me said that. Not. I'm just.
I once prompted about 100 angry letters from Dexter parents when I called the team the lowly Dreadnoughts in the next to last paragraph of a game story in which they had lost something like 40-0.
Yeah, they're not lowly.
No, they're just.
In fact, they passed a rule at the Ann Arbor News saying you could not refer to high school teams as lowly ever again.
Oh, all right.
Well, see, you were responsible for that, Tim. Congratulations.
But the word sucks, you could still use sucks, right?
No.
Well, we also could not say that a 49-0 loss was the worst suffered by the Fighting Irish since the potato famine of 18.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you're veering off into areas that, might get you into trouble.
That almost made it in print. The lowly Dreadnoughts did, and I was impressed because
Editors!
They had read all the way through the story to get there,
Well, yeah, if they got that far, you got to give them credit.
I want to ask you, Tim, so when you would put in an article, and did you purposely put things like that in there to see if you could get it through the editor, or if it was just you knew the editor was going to catch it and that was your little hat tip?
Well, I honestly didn't think it was going to be as big a deal. It was because the parents screamed and hollered.
Parents.
These are phone calls that we've got other things to deal with in our lives, and if we don't have to, if we can cut out their use of that word.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Another time, somebody we wrote that somebody scored a meaningless goal in a 4-1 game, and this grandmother just called, just screaming and hollering. Of course, according to her, the kid was throwing ropes over tree branches in her backyard, trying to test out how strong they were.
All right. I'm not sure this is going to make it past the editors either.
Well, the meaningless thing did get by the first time. The second time someone tried it, I said, no, change that. And he says, da-da-da-da. I says, hey, okay, you put it in there. You're going to take all the phone calls. You're going to call all of them back, and you're going to listen to them screaming and hollering at you.
Yeah. And did they?
And I said, oh, okay, yeah, I guess we can reference it.
It's
Yeah,
not
I
worth
guess
it.
we can.
Sometimes better.
That was a good lesson.
Yeah.
That was a good lesson
And
learned.
that's what this show is all about. It's like the modern version of Sesame Street.
It really is.
Words not to use when describing others.
This is almost like a primer for sports reporters. Hey.
How badly do you want to shoot off your toes?
Right. Okay. Well,
all right. Well, there's duct tape for that.
Right.
All right, Tim. Well,
all right.
Tonight's
Pre-game 6:50. Kickoff at 7. Of course, you'll be at the Hartland game, and it's all on LivingstonPost.com.
Yeah.
That's right.
Enjoy the Black Rock.
All right, we'll do.
All right, Tim. Thanks for joining us today. Have a good week.
Yep, you too.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
Take care. All right. Tim Robinson and his take on local sports, always a lot of fun. We got to talk to Bonnie today, too. Did you forget about Bonnie?
I forget about Bonnie?
I think
Would
you did.
I forget about Bonnie? No. Who could forget about Bonnie? Nobody. And you want to know who definitely wouldn't forget about Bonnie?
Richter and Associates.
Hey,
would never
it's like you're
forget
reading
Bonnie.
my mind. Richter and Associates Property Management, licensed real estate brokers and rental property experts in Livingston, Genesee, and Oakland counties. 40-plus years in the business, located in downtown Howell. Give them a call at 517-540-9560 or go online, richterassoc.com. That's RICHTERASSOC.com. And they've got a couple of rental properties in Fowlerville that they're marketing currently.
Yes, they do.
Richter and Associates Property Management.
It's a good thing you didn't forget about Bonnie Runyan.
No, I wouldn't.
Because I wouldn't forget
No, of
about
course
Bonnie
not.
Runyan. Let's see if she remembers us.
I was calling a little bit late.
Well, that's why I got her text.
But we didn't forget. It's
We
just,
didn't forget. We were just running a little behind today.
that's all.
That's
Yeah.
all.
No, so of course we wouldn't. Uh-oh. I think this is her sending us a message.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to be late. Oh, well, I just won't answer my
Not
phone.
important enough to call her on.
Good morning.
Oh.
You've reached Bonnie Runyan.
Uh-oh. Well, now Bonnie's calling
Hope
us.
you're all having a
Okay.
good
So,
one. Leave a
end
message.
and
And
accept.
accept.
There we go. How about that?
I
did
messed
it.
that up sometimes.
I did it.
It's,
Hi, Bonnie.
yeah.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry we're a little late. We apologize.
Yeah.
Well,
We were looking for something to bring to the party.
you know what? I thought maybe after the 2 billboards that you were over and above me.
What? Billboards?
No.
Oh, the billboards.
Yeah,
no,
I almost forgot about
we,
those.
we rarely mention those, except every show this week.
Well, I do listen.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
I don't get on 69 very often. 96, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it
Well,
is.
69, 96.
That-
Just
that-
depends on
that'll
the
be there
day.
now. Yeah, we'll do it there too. The billboards up on there.
Yeah.
It
75.
sounds like your 21st year is really big guns with the
Oh,
billboard.
you let the cat out of the bag, Bonnie. You know, today we are celebrating our 20th anniversary as a morning show, as a broadcast team, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing this in the morning, so technically we could
That's
be a morning
true.
show.
It's
Whenever you
but people
watch
can
or
watch
listen-
it whenever. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Right,
or listen.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
guys, it's just so cool. Just so cool.
So we were talking about duct tape in our trivia question from last night, Bonnie. And what's the most common thing you use duct tape for? I mean, working on a farm, I'd imagine there's
Yeah,
some
I
duct
would
tape
imagine,
handy
yeah.
at any time.
You live with duct tape big time.
Yeah.
But thank you, Jesus. That was usually the male toy, not mine.
Yeah.
So,
Would you give the men in your life? Here's a roll of duct tape. Go play. So get
You
out
got
of
one
here.
of those,
Here's some
4
duct
packs
tape. Go shoot.
for
Get out of the
Christmas?
kitchen.
For Christmas, here you go,
Right.
4-pack. Oh boy!
Different
I
colors.
like that better than underwear and Carhartt.
Yeah, that's saying something.
Well, with some guys in their holy underwear, who knows? They may have used duct tape on their underwear.
You know, I've seen people make duct tape clothing.
Yeah.
You know, clothing out of
Well,
duct
they
tape.
made prom dresses
Yeah,
and stuff
exactly.
like that.
So I wonder if they have duct tape underwear.
I have seen a picture of that. Yeah.
How sexy.
Yeah.
So you really haven't used it much yourself? It's just been a male thing in the family?
I know what it is. Can I remember what I've used it for? I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
So apparently I haven't used it much.
That's fair.
Are you excited about fall?
Yeah.
I'm excited about life.
Oh.
Okay. It doesn't matter. The seasons
yeah.
don't matter.
No.
All right.
No.
But
I
now,
enjoy every day. I enjoy the sun, the moon, the stars. Thank you, Jesus.
okay, fair enough. But are you a pumpkin spice person?
I like pumpkin pie.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
As far as pumpkin spice,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've heard you talk about coffee or drinks or
Right,
No.
right.
No.
Oh, okay, no, it's not. Yeah, and me neither. I mean, it's like it's okay, but I don't.
You know, you can have cinnamon any time of year.
Amen. And you know, cinnamon is healthy for you.
Yes, it is.
That's true.
Good for the blood flow.
Yes, it is.
We should do the cinnamon challenge. No,
No, we're not.
no, okay.
All right.
You know, when you think about pumpkin pie, don't you use allspice in pumpkin pie?
No.
Oh, you don't. I thought you did.
Do you make homemade pumpkin pie, Bonnie?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Well, first you use the canned stuff, right?
Well,
you start with the
Yes,
can.
yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lord. Oh yeah.
You're not out there picking pumpkins and yeah, okay.
And squashing them.
Yeah, I
in.
didn't think so.
You know,
Who the hell?
that's a little ridiculous, don't you think? Yeah.
Right.
Now, do you just put a little whipped cream on your pumpkin pie, or is it a la mode pumpkin pie?
You know, I guess I have it, but I like just plain old pumpkin
Plain old
pie.
pumpkin.
If it's good, if pumpkin pie is made well,
You
yeah,
don't need the other stuff.
that's true.
All right.
No.
Are you sure you don't use allspice in pumpkin pie?
I never used allspice.
Because I wanted to ask, what is allspice? I mean, I don't even know what that is.
It's just they had leftover stuff they swept off the counter and they put it right.
That's kind of what I was wondering.
Into a jar that you just throw it in.
This is just a marketing thing. It's really just the leftover crap on the floor. They
Probably
sweep
has
it
a
out.
little cloves
Oh, it's
in there,
allspice.
maybe a touch of cinnamon and nutmeg.
Right.
Yeah, something like that, right? We're looking at it right now just for you, Bonnie.
Yeah. So I'm seeing some pumpkin pie recipes that have allspice in it, but I guess you don't have to have it in there, I suppose.
Well, my recipes are all as old as I am, so.
Okay. You're set. You don't need this. You don't need this fancy allspice that these kids are using these days.
No.
Okay.
All right, then. All right. Well, Bonnie, enjoy the nice first weekend of fall, and we'll catch up with you next week.
You have fun tomorrow, and I'm glad it ain't calling for rain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
us too.
All right.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Thanks much.
You bet.
All right.
Talk to you next
Talk
week.
to you soon. Bye.
All right. The great Bonnie Runyan.
Yeah.
Boy, this is hope all is well, she said. Question mark, question mark, question mark. It was a triple question
Oh,
mark.
she'd sent a message like, "Where are you?
Well, that was
What's
kind
happening?"
of big, yeah.
All right,
So
now
John-
we're
I'm
late to
just
call
gonna-
Rhonda.
I'm just going to say John forgot.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I'm sure. Just throw me under the bus, of course.
Would I throw
you know?
you under
And
the
if somebody
bus?
does throw something under your bus or your vehicle, and it,
Does
I
a
mean,
little damage?
after they take away the body, your car needs to be repaired. And what better place to take it than to Murphy's Family Auto? Give them a call, 517-552-3040. They're open Saturdays 8 to 1. So if you run over a body late on a Friday night, take it in on Saturday.
try not to run over a body.
Well, try not to, yes, of course. Tell them Mike and John sent you. Save 5% off your bill. Murphy's Family Auto, your car knows. Murphy'sFamilyAuto.com.
Wow, you sold that .com so well.
.com.
I'm very proud to be sitting next to you
thank
after that.
I'm sure you do.
I really am.
Oh, well.
Maybe Rhonda's not going to
See,
take our
we're late
call
for
today.
everybody. Now they're not going to
I-
answer our phone. I don't blame them. I mean, she's
Maybe
got things to do. She can't be sitting around waiting for us to call. I mean, this is like high school again.
Well, they
won't
were the
they
ones
answer?
sitting around.
Why won't they answer?
Are they? Do they have caller ID?
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
We thought you saw the caller ID and weren't going to
Like,
answer.
I'm not answering this.
No, my ringer for some reason isn't turned on.
Oh,
It's
okay.
buzzing.
Well, if you say the right things. Well, John shakes his head. All right. So, we're only about a week away from the Torch
Glow Run.
The Glow Run at Mount Brighton.
From the Glow Run.
So, how are things going?
Yeah. Things are, it's kind of a lot of work, but it's coming together really, really well. I'm excited. We got the chalk ordered, and we got the hats in. The hats are super cool. They have a brim that has an LED light that goes all the way around it. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Absolutely.
So,
You got to send us a
and
picture of
so
one of those.
I will do that.
Yeah.
I will do that. I actually posted one on the Facebook. I put
Now-
it
All right, I got to look
on
for
there
it.
today.
As we speak, by the way, Rhonda, as we speak, we are 8 days, 11 hours, 50 minutes, and 49 minutes and 58 seconds away
Stop
from
the
the glow run.
countdown.
You got this the countdown timer right on the runsignup.com page.
Yes.
For people that want
Kind of
to.
like Christmas,
Yeah,
So
exactly.
people can keep track.
Right.
So we have 137 participants.
All right.
I'm hoping we get 200. But I do know that, a lot of people they like to do things kind of at the last minute. And
Right.
so I think we'll get there. So it's going to be fun. We're going to, the food truck is going to be out there. I'm not exactly sure. We might be doing pulled pork out of it, but I'm not totally sure yet. I got to get enough volunteers to help with that. But it will definitely, both trucks will be there. And then we've got, we're going to have a kind of an after party. Mount Brighton's going to open up the bar in the inside space so that we can just do some mingling. This is the thing I like about the run over the auction, as I've said before. I really like because I get to meet so many people who have mostly been names on Facebook. So
Right.
it's nice.
Yeah, and that's that again is all coming up Saturday, next Saturday, the 1st of October at Mount Brighton. And for folks that still want to register, as John said, I don't want to do the countdown because it changes every second, but just over 8 days left to get signed up. And as far as the run goes, how long is that? How far?
It's a 5K.
Okay.
And so it's around the old golf course.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. I mean, it's not, up the ski slopes or anything like that. So it's pretty good. There's a few hills, but it's definitely not overly challenging. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to have it lit up. We're going to have some glow in the dark paint arrows, so nobody, ends up off in the woods somewhere.
Or in a sand trap.
No, you don't want to have a search party. That's not anything you want. Yeah.
Well, if they're glowing, you should be a little easier to find.
It's a good. Yes, the 5K glow run. Right, the 5K glow run sponsor, and then followed by the 5K glow search. No, we don't want that. No, that's a good idea. And for people that.
It's surprising how much light people throw off, because we got some drone shots of one of the ones we did in the past, and it was amazing how bright it looked from up above. We did have, at the last one, I did have some engineer friends who rigged up like a tunnel of lights. So I don't know if you've got any listeners who might be interested in talking about that, but I don't have those engineer friends anymore. So if anybody wants to help out with something like that, I think it'd be super cool.
This is a perfect opportunity for someone to step up and pitch in and make that a little extra special for the 5K glow, like the Torch 180. And again, that's Saturday, October 1st. And I just posted on the Mike and John Facebook page the sign up link for people to go there. And we're going to 200 participants is the goal, and that's where we're going to get it to.
I believe so.
All right.
I
Well,
believe so.
Rhonda, if there's anything we've learned about you over the years, it's like you set a goal and you get there.
That's because we have great people in our community.
All right. We
now Market Day. Market Day continues tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow we're full. We're full of vendors. I mean, it has been so much fun. It's just so different, and I've even been really surprised what the students have learned from observing other people do their businesses. And so it's just such a win-win all the way around.
Right.
Everybody's learning. Although it was supposed to be Nathan who was going to make popcorn balls, but he got sick, so Nathan won't be doing popcorn balls tomorrow. He was supposed to be our student. So.
All right.
Well, this is the thing. And again, Market Day is the new feature at Torch 180 in Fowlerville every Saturday from 9 to 2. I got that right?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yep, you did.
9 to 2 every Saturday at Torch 180. Come check it out. You see all the different vendors and opportunities that are there, and a cool thing that of course, Torch 180 is doing. In addition to the Torch 180 5K Glow Run, which you can find the sign-up link at the Mike and John Facebook page.
Boy, we got a lot of entries to choose
and
from
now
the Lunch for Two.
Right. Going to draw for Lunch for Two at Torch 180 because
all these people quit entering because we don't have that much paper. We don't know. We don't have a paper guy.
The funny thing is, Rhonda,
Victoria asked me why you'd never drawn her name, and I'm like, well, they always say there's a whole bunch in there, and she said, well, I'm going to put like 100. But I don't know if she did. So.
One entry per customer.
Yes.
We only have so much ink, Victoria. All right, our winner this morning is Michelle Nicoletti.
All right.
Michelle Nicoletti. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Michelle.
Lunch for Two at Torch 180. Michelle Nicoletti. Well, keep up the great work, Rhonda. We'll keep pushing ahead for the Glow Run, and we'll talk to you again next Friday and see where we're at if we've hit that 200 yet.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Thanks.
Rhonda at Torch 180,
Bye.
and don't forget Saturday, of course, their Market Day, and then the Glow Run going up on Saturday, October 1st.
All right. 2-cent history lesson this morning. It's time we learned one more thing today.
One more thing.
Brought to you by Oakland Insurance, Drew Goebel and Company. Call them today at 248-647-2500. Today is September 23rd. It's Checkers Day and Dogs in Politics Day. Wonder if that had anything to do with Nixon's dog Checkers. It's Checkers Day and Dogs in Politics Day.
It has to, but I don't see it on the history lesson.
No, you don't. Go ahead, you can look it up.
I'm going to.
All right. It's National Great American Pot Pie Day.
Wait.
Pot Pie Day.
What kind of pot?
It depends.
It's a different day now,
It's a pie. Great American Pot Pie Day.
Hey.
Have a pot pie.
That's got all spice in it.
It's
Officer, it's just all spiced. Get out of the car.
Smells a little skunky.
That's okay.
It's Redhead Appreciation Day.
Oh.
Today, Redhead Appreciation Day. It's on this day in 1806.
Yes.
The Lewis and Clark expedition returned to St. Louis from the Pacific Northwest on this day. Lewis and Clark came home. That was a long trip.
Well, you know how it is when you get over
showers.
Just a weekend camping trip. How the stuff's all.
Whoa!
You can imagine,
On this day in 1930, photo flash bulbs were patented.
No.
Wow, what a thing of
those?
the past. After them getting your picture taken, you're seeing spots for like 5 minutes.
For us, I think most of our experience of that was a little cube.
Yeah.
Little cube flash.
One that might rotate. Or there was the tower.
Oh, that's true. I
the tower?
dealt more with the cube.
Yeah, most were the cubes.
Those you're right. They would pop and be. And that was pre-digital. So if you missed the shot, you wasted a bulb on it. You're like, hey,
we got to do it again.
Come on,
smiling.
Come on.
Say whiskey. Makes you smile.
On this date in 1952.
Yes, checkers.
That's right. Then California Senator Richard Nixon, 6 weeks before the election, gave his speech where he defended receiving
dog poop from Checkers the dog.
Some campaign contributions that he used to buy a dog. And he said, we're keeping Checkers.
Yes.
Because my daughter loves Checkers. We're keeping Checkers. People said, oh.
He rubbed their noses.
He kind of did. So, yes, the Checkers speech.
See,
Dogs and
I was
politics.
getting that. Just
now, Nixon wasn't the first president to bring his dog into politics, by the way.
No. Did Washington have a dog?
I'm sure he did.
I don't know if he did.
You don't think he did?
I don't know.
I'm not looking that up. But I think FDR had his dog was named Fala. And I think he mentioned Fala, in some speeches. And then, of course,
Did any president have a cat? Like the presidential cat?
Wasn't
or like a goose?
Wasn't there? Was it
llama?
Was it the Clintons or the Obamas that had the cat?
Well,
it was the Clintons.
Clinton had Buddy, the dog.
They did, but I thought
I don't know. Who cares?
Clintons.
Don't
cat.
say cat. This
Socks the cat.
Right,
I knew there was, and then they wrote like a children's book and whatever. All right, get out of here.
Wow.
Moving on.
It was on this day in 1969, the Northern Star newspaper of Northern Illinois University ran a story claiming that Paul McCartney had been killed in a car crash in 1966 and had been replaced by a lookalike named Russell Gibb of WKNR-FM in Detroit, Keener 13.
Right.
Keener 13 picked up the claim and went with the story worldwide.
Right. Russell Gibb with Keener picked up the story. Right.
And by late October of 1969, the hoax was so well entrenched that McCartney came out of seclusion from his farm in Scotland.
Exactly.
To deny that he was
I'm not dead.
Not dead.
I'm not dead.
Paul's not dead.
He's not dead.
Oh, Paul's dead.
Right, buddy. How come you weren't wearing shoes in the
Come
Abbey
on,
Road
Russell.
cover? Huh? Clearly you were
Here's
dead.
what I want to do. If we ever talk to Paul McCartney on the podcast, which will probably happen next week, I'm going to say, "Hey Russell, what's going on?" And see if he answers. If you go, "Hey Russ," if he's watching.
Ah, dang it, you got me. No one's ever thought of that.
I bet they haven't.
Of course. No.
But would you dare call Paul McCartney Russell?
No. I mean,
it could be fun.
You call him Sir Paul McCartney, by the way.
Sir Russell.
No.
Mick Jagger, in 1970, met Bianca Macias for the first time after a Stones concert, Paris.
Hey.
They later married.
How you doing? A day later?
No, I said they married later.
I think you said a day later. I'm like, well, that was a hell of a date. Damn.
And finally, it was on this day in 1999, the Mars Climate Observer apparently burned up.
Oops.
It was about to go into orbit around the red planet.
Yeah, boss.
Remember those millions of dollars we spent?
I was supposed to convert that from metric, and I kind of forgot. I gotta go. Bye.
I got a new job.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Meyer. That's your 2 cent history.
Yes, it is.
For today, we learned a lot about checkers.
Yeah, we did.
Socks, dogs,
and nothing about insurance. You want to know why? Because when we want to know about insurance,
We call Drew Global
That's
at Oakland
right.
Insurance.
and blah blah.
Take two.
Thank you. Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance. They provide the peace of mind you need. At Oakland Insurance, they believe the best relationships are honest, upfront,
And not Frankenberry.
no, not. No, they don't. I didn't like Frankenberry.
I hated
I
Drew.
really didn't.
I wasn't crazy about Count Chocula either.
Oh, you didn't like Count Chocula? It was okay. It wasn't my go-to, chocolate cereal. I mean, if we were talking chocolate-flavored cereals,
You're going Cocoa Puffs, aren't you?
kind of to go Cocoa
Yeah.
Puffs. I have to admit that.
Kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
course.
So is Drew Global.
Well, yeah,
He
I mean-
loves his Cocoa Puffs.
Well, yeah, of course.
If he
does.
doesn't now, he will.
Right. And if you want to get frank about insurance or just talk about Cocoa Puffs, call Drew Goebel at Oakland Insurance. Actually, don't. Just call him about insurance.
really, do it just as we want to know.
Okay,
If
we would
anybody
like to
calls
know.
him,
Actually,
talk
somebody
about
call
Cocoa
Drew and
Puffs.
ask about Cocoa Puffs. And then Drew's going to be like, why am I paying you idiots to do this to me? Yes, Drew Goebel at Oakland Insurance, 248-647-2500.
We appreciate you, Drew.
Yeah.
All right. That's the 2-cent history lesson for today.
Ugh.
We hope to see everybody at the Walk to End Alzheimer's in downtown Brighton tomorrow morning. Saturday the 24th. Things start around 9 o'clock.
Right.
So if you haven't signed up and would like to do so last minute, that's possible.
You could do on-site registration again, like Mike said. 9 o'clock, that'll get underway. There's a ceremony at 10:30, and then the walk gets underway around 10:45. Look for the Mike and John booth. Or tent.
Or table.
Shanty.
Well, we're not sure.
lean
Umbrella.
to.
You might just be hanging out in the street. I'm not sure.
That's right. You guys are over there. Yeah.
A little further.
Yeah. Keep going.
Beyond the tridge?
Keep around the other side of the mill pond. Keep going.
There you go. Watch out for the water. All right. We'll be there.
All the way by Stillwater. Over here. Nope. Keep going.
Why am I at Grand River 96?
No. Keep going.
Go sit on your billboard. We have a billboard?
Hey.
96. It's a long walk to Door Road.
You've been giggling with Mike and John.
This ain't no Happy Meal morning show.
Giggle on.
That was nice.
It's on the app. Thank you. Thank you. Like I was playing that.
Like you had anything to do with that.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you recorded it well.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank
job.
you. I'll take whatever I can get. Yeah.
All right, post show.
Okay, post
Some
show.
other answers that came in
On the duct tape thing?
on the duct tape
Okay.
thing. Because we asked about the first three, and then the fourth answer being people use duct tape. Fourth most common use is to fix a toilet. Coming in at number 5, a cut or wound.
Yeah. Actually, I have used it for that purpose.
You might want to use a little gauze or some kind of padding and use the duct tape to hold the
I mean,
gauze
you're out in
on.
if I'm out in the garage doing something and I
Yeah.
remember there was I did cut my finger and I'm like, I don't want to go in and get a Band-Aid. Oh wait, here's some duct tape. Done.
This looks more manly.
Yeah. It didn't help.
This one, I was surprised it was at number 6, was a book. I mean, because how many times have you seen a book that's been taped?
Right.
And then the crappy masking tape that
Right.
you use, it's not good enough. You got to duct tape it to hold it together for a little longer.
This is a good point. I don't know that it's going to bring value to the book to have duct tape.
Probably not.
Of course, it'll show that it's a well-read book.
Right. People were reading the heck out of that
Talking
book.
about this book here.
That was the book with no duct tape.
There is no duct tape on this book.
But if you wanted to buy one with duct tape on it, we'll
It
put
also
a-
looks as if it's never been read or opened. But
Go ahead and open it.
should I crease it?
Oh, mark the page that we read last.
When you do one of these, when you take. the
Oh,
book and
no, don't do that.
I'm
That
doing
ruins
it.
the binding.
I'm doing it now.
Now it's there you go.
There you
That looks like it's been read now. Coming in at number 7.
Here you go.
Garden tools.
Okay.
I have used duct tape on it or Gorilla
Sure.
Tape, either one on
Sure.
a garden tool.
Or any kind of tool.
Yeah. Computer. If anybody in this studio has used duct tape on a computer,
I've not.
it would have been you
I've not,
because
no.
you may have gotten mad enough to need to duct tape. a
No.
computer.
When I get mad enough,
You-
duct tape
there's-
won't help. Well, I guess I'm off to Best Buy because I need a new computer.
At number 9,
Number 9.
a shower.
Oh.
I don't know where you'd use
The
duct
shower
tape.
head?
Maybe.
You know, I mean, we said plumbing, was the number 1 answer.
Yeah.
So that would count,
All right.
wouldn't it?
And there was a tie for number 10
Number 10.
between a bicycle and cell phone. I don't think I've done.
See, cell phone. Now that was back. I'm thinking flip phones. Yeah. I don't know that a cell phone now because they're all one piece now.
Well, the new flips are out.
Are there new flips?
Yeah, there's new flip phones. They're pretty cool looking.
I guess I'm not cool.
Well, we do that.
Do you have one? You don't have one either.
I have my old flip phone.
Yeah, that I
have
believe.
retro cool.
You're waiting, just waiting. Oh, it's back.
It still has the keyboard on it
good.
with the letters.
Now, is this the slider? Did you ever have the slider phone?
No, it just flipped up.
Oh, so it is an actual flip. Okay.
Yeah, it was an LG.
I miss my slider phone because it was almost like a James Bond device. Like
Very cool.
Thank you. I'll have a martini. What is this?
This tastes like crap. This doesn't taste like Bartles and James.
Wait a minute. I'm not James Bond. No shit.